want me to do the intro, Avo?
Ahead,
do I usually just do the intro for the redraft?
Yeah, man.
What's good, Brodies and Bays? The Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast Redraft Episode 4. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Die here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic, aka Chief DynastyBrosFF. Look, last week I was looking down and I looked asleep, so I'm making sure I'm gonna, look up a little bit more. And
hell yeah, probably both of us.
Got to get some head movement going on.
I understand how that be, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We out here though. We lit, and you know what we here for. We come back to tell y'all this redraft episode because we need to fill you in week to week on these guys. You need to pick up, drop on these guys that are injured. Tell you about the big explosive games and have an interesting conversation about a guy. I don't think me and Vic agree that we're gonna have an interesting conversation about a guy, but when he pops up somewhere on this list, which I know he will, we need to have a discussion about him. So we're gonna make this a real thing, man. But welcome to the redraft episode. We the Dynasty Bros, but we do this no matter what, and we're here to help you with your week to week. So let's jump it off by doing this. Avo, where can the good people follow you at before we get into this episode, brother?
Follow me at DJ Avo Love on the gram, or at Avo Love on the gram. On the Twitter is that Dynasty Bro Avo. Definitely got to follow the Dynasty Bro Twitter, not the Twitter, but the Twitch page. My bad. I don't know why they sound the same, but the Twitch page. Follow my Twitch page. I be going in, and on the Dynasty Bros page, I go up every Tuesday. I just went up and I recorded that thing. So yo, make sure you check that out. Hey yo, Vic, where can we follow you at, bro?
Follow me at Chief DynastyBrosFF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you're listening. DynastyBrosFF.
Do I look like that Wiz Khalifa gift?
I gotta see
in the car eating chicken wings like
you
this.
look like OT Genesis about the crip walk.
And that lady about to come out and take his shine. Hey, follow me at Dynasty Bro on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. So what we're about to do, we're about to get into the top weekly position guys, man. So Vic usually got that loaded up. If my guy ready, we can get straight to it.
You ready, bro? Let's get right in, man.
Let's go.
Hey, top performers, man. Let's just recap the performance and just scan the survey what went down this past week 4. We get into it, man. Like it's already week 5, right?
Facts, bro. We going into week 5 right now. Shit crazy.
Yeah, bro. So we gotta enjoy it. Enjoy the season while it's here. But hey, let's get to the top performer for week 4, Patrick Mahomes. So of course, he balled out against Philadelphia as expected, at least going up against that defense. But he had a 31-point fantasy performance, put up 278 yards and 5 touchdowns, and bro, like pitch and catch. Tyreek just doing whatever he wants, man. So
shit crazy. Yeah, 5 tutties this week, man. It just made it look easy. Everyone looked easy, bro. Except the little underhand throw.
The shovels.
It looked little. That's one of them ones that they say is extra, man. It looked like he kind of squeezed it in there for Clyde, but Clyde caught it. It was a touchdown. Shout out to Pat. He can do all that stuff. Ain't nobody Andy ain't gonna cuss him out.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
And they tight end even caught one of them little shovel passes too.
Yeah.
And, hey, they're not really playing the best defense right now. So
at all. So that means Pat gonna have to go up.
Exactly, man. So shout out to Pat, top performer at the QB position. Let's get to the number 2 performance, man, Sam Darnold. So of course, they played the Dallas Cowboys. Sam put up 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 31 points on the fantasy side. He has some turnovers, but hey,
it don't matter. He was out there balling, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns too.
Yeah, I think he leads
the league in rushing touchdowns, bro. Because he keeps taking them.
That time,
he keeps stealing them. He stole them from CMC last week. He stole them from Hubbard this week, and Hubbard was one of my DFS plays. It's just goddamn, he's balling, bro.
Yeah,
he balling, doing whatever he wants to, man. Shout out to him.
And he still might be on waivers, believe it or not.
He might, man, because I don't know if some people believe it yet. I know somebody who told me they played Tannehill over Darnold last week, and I figured by at least last week, Darnold should have been played over Tannehill. So
yeah,
that's not.
Darnold's a top 5 play right now, so that's fire. All right, so yeah, check your waivers. Still might be out there.
Waivers right now.
You just never know. Might be out there. All right, let's get to number 3 performance. A guy who hasn't really been looking that good this year, but Matt Ryan. So he put up 29 points, 283 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. There was a guy that bailed him out. We're going to talk about him. But,
that's the interesting conversation we're going to have, bro.
Yeah, this was a little fluky, but he is your QB19. He's been playing like the QB19.
It's weird, man. He's looked trash every week and finally had a blow-up game. You figure Calvin Ridley will have one of them takeoff weeks.
Nope. That's the other guy.
You thought Pitts would have had his first takeoff week.
Nope.
All right, so we'll talk about the other guy later.
All right, man, keep it pushing, man. Number 4 performance, Taylor Heineke. So quarterback for the Washington football team, 290 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. So, of course, he went up against Matt Ryan, and it was a little back and forth. I kind of don't want to call it a shootout. It didn't really look like a shootout, but they just kept going back and forth. Let's just call it trading punches.
It looked like every time somebody got the ball, it looked like they were desperate to make a play for some reason. Exactly. It was like, all right, we got to make sure we score. Like we down by 30 or something. It just looked like weird. It was weird. I get what you're trying to say though.
It wasn't like a shootout, but they definitely put up 30 points. Yeah. So they went back and forth.
And he definitely showed his little rushing ability. He ain't backing up a lot of yardage yet, but you can see it like he's making plays on the ground to be able to extend it. Like the game-winning touchdown he was able to extend that play and make that happen. So he looks the real deal. He doesn't mind pitching that motherfucker to Terry. So that's what we asked for with Terry. I'm excited. Just I don't know if it's gonna be a top 12 play every week, but I don't know, bro.
I actually traded Heineke, man. I know this redraft, but I'll trade him for a second in Dynasty.
Oh yeah, I would do that any day.
Yeah. It just feels like a Gardner Minshew type situation. Like Gardner definitely would have fucked up the number 1 overall pick for the Jaguars. He would have won a couple of games and had the Jaguars picking at number 4 or 5. So
big facts.
But but shout out to Taylor. He's balling. Let's get to the number 5 performance. The guy who's actually the QB3 right now. My guy, Jalen Hurts. So he's balling out for the Eagles. 387 passing yards, 2 passing TDs, 27 fantasy points. I was actually surprised, bro. He went into Kansas City and was actually, going back and forth, hanging with Patton. So every time, just watching Red Zone, you see the Chiefs score, they flip over to some other games. And next Jalen Hurts is in the red zone. I'm like, damn, like.
It just looked like he got burnt out first, which I get it. Like, it's hard to keep on scoring with Kansas City, but, it started off like that. It started off like, look, we're going to go back and forth. It just looked like, he ain't got quite the weapons Kansas City guy. He ain't got quite the coach either, but he was doing his thing. And that's a guy that I took late in majority of redrafts I got, and I'm happy right now. Happy with his play.
That's what's up. Yeah, bro. I'm actually considering, it's nothing to consider. He's top 5 QB. I've been playing Dak over Hurts, and I'm like, that's been costing me some weeks. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have ran Hurts.
Yeah, bro, he's been balling consistently, and the defense ain't the greatest, so he's gonna have weeks where they gotta just play catch up. So.
Yeah, just a negative game script, so to speak. So, Jalen Hurts needs to be in your lineups every week. All right, man, let's get to these running backs. A guy that plays multiple positions.
Oh man,
he had the number 1 performance at the running back spot. So, Cordell Patterson, the football player for the Atlanta Hawks. He's an athlete. The athlete.
The number 1 athlete in America.
Yeah, the number 1 athlete. 6'2", 220.
And it's crazy. He looks big as shit, bro, on the field. He looks big as shit. Like, I've been watching Julio play on the outside for years, and when he caught that touchdown pass, he looked bigger than Julio, just like watching them grab it. They just play pitch and catch, alley-oop. And it's fucked up because they didn't do that for Julio. For years, they could have just did that for Julio.
Come on now.
Then you get Cordell Patterson. Now it's a thing.
Come on, man.
But shout out to Cordell. So he had 3 touchdowns, receptions. So in the air, 82 yards and 34 yards on the ground. But he's getting it done in the passing game. So, like I said, he bailed out Matt Ryan this week, man.
Vic called me mid-fantasy football day and was like, no, I called him. I asked him a question. His follow-up question was, bro, is Cordell Patterson every week starter? And I'm like, I think he got to be. We had to have a whole fantasy football conversation mid-football games going on. Both of us watching Red Zone about Cordell Patterson. It's really a thing, man. If you didn't pick him up on waivers, probably done missed out by now. I would never tell nobody to go trade for him, actually. And it would be hard for me to tell you to go trade him because I don't know what you can actually get for him compared to like what he's probably going to have to do in that offense. That's what me and Vic talked about.
Yeah, it feels like a league winner. I mean, that's one of those guys, you picked up for free off waivers. So, yeah.
He's going to do it every week. And if Kyle Pitts doesn't have the season we all think he's going to have and the defense is so bad, really can only do so much. There's going to have to be a second guy. And it looks like he found his first guy. Ridley's the second guy right now on the totem pole. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there has to be a guy or two, especially on an offense that's capable with a bad defense. And it looks like it's going to be the Patterson and Ridley show, bro. Not the Pitts and Ridley show.
Yeah, man. So, hey, let's keep watching that. But Patterson got to be in your lineup. So if you got him, that's what's up.
Facts.
All right, number 2 performance at the RB spot, Austin Eckler, if you guys saw last night against the Raiders. And it was a little bit concerning at one point. He did go out the game. You know what I mean? He exited.
That always happens. He's always a little banged up going into the week, mid-game. But what he offers, I think he's always going to be okay because he doesn't have to be a ground and pound running back to be successful.
But he could definitely run in between the tackles, and you see him bouncing off contact. So he definitely had a touchdown on the ground and in the air, 117 rushing yards, 28 receiving yards, and 29 points from a fantasy perspective. So shout out to Eckler, man.
Facts, he became a real vocal point of the offense because they were doing whatever they could to shut down Mike Williams this week, trying their hardest to shut down Keenan Allen, and it looked like the running back and tight end show for the Chargers. So shout out to Eckler, man. He's a baller, especially in PPR. You're always going to get some kind of points no matter what.
All right, man. Let's talk about number 3 performance. Your guy, a guy who's, getting back going. It's good to see. Saquon Barkley, running back for the Giants, 28 fantasy points. He actually had a touchdown on the air and in the ground. I believe he ran like over 50 yards as far as catch and run.
Yeah.
And of course, he scored the game-winning touchdown there. So he sealed the dub for the Giants. So
yeah, and like I said, man, it's just good to see guys that are just good players. Did things by the book. Battle injury, come back, be healthy, and look like themselves, man. That's all I can ask for Saquon. So I'm happy to see him turning it around a little bit.
All right, man. Number 4 performers this week, Derrick Henry put up 25 fantasy points against the Jets. I can't believe they lost that game, but then again, they were missing 2 of their biggest weapons. But we expected them to run the ball. That's what they did. Derrick Henry finished with 157 rushing yards.
Facts. He was one of my DFS plays.
Yeah.
They still, I don't care. Even without them 2 receivers, bro, you shouldn't lose to the Jets, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You shouldn't.
Yeah. It looked bad. All right. And then the number 5 performance, this guy actually ended up getting hurt. But David Montgomery, running back for the Bears, 22 fantasy points this week, 100 yards on the ground. Looks like he's going to be out, 4 to 5 weeks?
Yeah, but it looked bad. When you called me and was like, bro, Montgomery hurt, you said, bro, it looked bad. I'm like, damn, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
So even the team said it looked like he escaped the MCL tear. So it's pretty good.
All right.
2 tutties. He had 2 tutties this week.
He did. Balling. All right, let's go to these wide receivers, man. Tyreek Hill doing what he does best. 186 yards, 11 catches, 3 touchdowns, 47 fantasy points. Bro, I went up against Tyreek this week. I feel like whenever Tyreek goes off, that's the week I'm playing him. Did you play against Tyreek?
I escaped the Tyreek Hill show this week. Give me some claps or something, bro.
What about you, Avo? Did you escape?
I did. Oh, shit.
I can't get no drops.
I did.
I can't get no drops or nothing. We both escaped the Tyreek Hill show, and Vic didn't.
We made it,
bro. Like it's crazy. Like you see Tyreek just go sit over the middle. The next thing you know, he's just breaking out to the outside and just running another 40, 50 yards.
Yeah,
like, that's just what he do.
Even on the red zone touchdown, he ran this quick route and sat down, and Pat just knew that his speed is going to just he'll get to his position, and the quarterback ain't gonna know what to do. Be all over the place. So just easy pitch and catch, bro.
All right. Fire, bro. Let's talk about a guy who always kills the Seattle Seahawks. Deebo Samuel, 35 points from a fantasy perspective. He had 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. A big catch and run, I believe, like over 70 yards. Busted play there, but hey, I think that you take it. Tough runner. Just, even getting in the end zone on the second one. Bouncing off contact, bro.
He really fucking up my George Kittle trade I did, and he's really fucking up all my Brandon Ayuk shares that I got. I ain't never wanted people to be salty about somebody succeeding, but I do feel away. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard for I ain't happy for him. I ain't like wishing nothing bad, but I ain't happy for Deebo for some reason. Like, it's good that he's doing what he's doing, but I ain't happy, bro. I was happy when he first got drafted, and I loved watching Deebo play, and he was injury prone. I'm like, damn, I can't even keep being a Deebo fan. And now he's just fucking up all my shares of the other players I got, and I don't like it, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, I can be first.
It was questionable. It was questionable. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he's doing his thing right now. So again, durability has been a concern in the past, but right now he's holding up. So
Deebo, you doing me dirty.
Deebo be doing me dirty. Deebo be doing me dirty.
Trying to take my chain.
All right, let's get to the number 3 guy. We're actually going to skip him because he was the number 1. He had a number 1 finish at running back, but he would have finished as the number 3 wide receiver, but Cordell Patterson. So we're going to breeze over that, just getting ready to cover them.
Double back.
Perks of
my guy still
positions.
out here. My guy out here.
But that's just fine. That just goes to show how big of a performance Tyreek had and Deebo. So
facts.
All right, but let's talk about the number 3 guy. Even though, look, if I get Cordell out the way, this guy is number 3, but technically he's number 4 officially. DJ Moore, man, a guy that's been balling. So 8 catches on 12 targets, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. They're running him out the backfield. Like he's playing that Curtis Samuel role, and of course that CMC role, giving CMC's out. I'll be honest, man, I wasn't a fan of DJ Moore in redraft, like over the past couple of seasons, because he's just it's kind of up or down. But he's balling, he's looking explosive. Hey, I gotta admit, man, DJ Moore looked good out there.
I'm gonna echo everything, and I'm just gonna say one thing. Shout out to White Sam. He's been the
That's
most
his guy.
DJ Moore truther I've ever seen in my life.
That's
And
true.
I'm glad to see it pan out for him and Sam Darnold because he's
Yeah.
been a Sam Darnold truther. So White Sam, shout out to you, my
That's your
guy.
guy.
You knew something we didn't know, my guy. You my boy.
We just got to be patient.
Yeah, we
learning.
impatient like a motherfucker. He probably got some real good deals on both of them.
But bro, I'm like DJ Moore is taking a leap. Like he looks like a completely different player, playing at a whole nother gear. Like he's explosive, bro.
They had a 3rd and 1, bro, and they gave it to him out the backfield. And I don't remember him looking so fast. I think I told you we talked on phone. I said, bro, he looked so quick on that roundabout. I'm like, God damn, he got quick feet. So shout out to DJ Moore, man. He's balling. And now we really get to see him being used as a weapon because I don't know if they trust the Hubbard show as much as they did the Mike Davis show last year.
Yeah.
So it looked like they were really trying to feature DJ Moore this past week. And it was good to see.
Definitely look good, man. All right, let's get into the number 5 guy, Terry McLaurin. A big game. He had 6 catches, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Atlanta Falcons. 30 points, man. So he put up 30 points. So again, these receivers this week showed up, man. Like every guy we just talked about, 30-point plus game, man.
Balling, bro. Shout out to the hometown guy. He got the kind of talent to do this every week. You just need a quarterback to trust it. I'm getting to the point where he's getting to that DeAndre Hopkins area where it was like, no matter the quarterback, just play your guy because he's a baller. So he's right there with me. He's a baller.
All right, I'm going to talk about another guy just giving, Cordell Patterson was in the top 5, but let's bump him out. So let's talk about Deontay Johnson, finished at number 6, coming back off injury. Look, came back, seeing all the targets, 13 targets, had 9 catches, 92 yards and a touchdown, put up 24 fantasy points. So it's always good to see. Now, again, that Big Ben doesn't look great right now. I mean, he's been regressing. I mean, do you think this is his last season as far as Big Ben? Or another year?
If they had a decent enough backup,
unless he wants the backup money,
this would be his last half of season. But they don't have a good enough backup. Yeah, this is last season.
I think Ben's hurt too, right? I think he's out too.
Yeah. Ain't no way my boy playing next year.
Y'all
ain't no way.
Me feel old, bro. Cam, Ben, shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
it's time, bro.
Bro, Ben been in the league.
Yeah, he's like 37
for like 18
36.
years.
I know.
Type
That's
shit.
why I feel old. I remember when that happened.
You ain't old, bro.
I remember. I remember.
Quit acting old. Cam our age, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I really feel old.
Oh my god.
Like, damn, man, it's that time already.
Nigga, we about to get into the tight ends.
Let's get into the tight ends, man. So let's start with the top performance, CJ Uzoma. So tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals, 26 points. He did that damage on Thursday night. Look, 2 touchdowns on 5 catches, man. So he's definitely one of the favorite targets that night.
Hey, honestly, Joe Burrow showing that he can keep three receivers or 3 receiving options involved.
Yeah.
T. Higgins was balling before he got hurt.
Yep.
Chase was still balling, and Tyler Boyd was still being a PPR player. CJ was the guy that stepped in because T's been out for the past couple of weeks. So shout out to him being another option in that offense, man. He's been there for a while, man. It's funny finally hearing him have blow-up weeks because he's been there for years.
Yeah, he'll have his weeks, man. So if you playing a streaming game, not a bad option, but I wouldn't bank on it week to week.
Especially long as Higgins is out.
Yeah.
It might be okay.
Yeah. But I definitely like that situation more, than the Max Williams situation. Even though I think Max did hit the end zone.
He did, bro.
All right, let's keep it pushing, man. Number 2 performance on the week, a guy who I've been watching over the past couple of weeks, but Dawson Knox, tight end for the Buffalo Bills. He had a 20-point performance, 2 touchdowns. Look, on 5 targets. Look, at the end of the day, when they're in the red zone, goal line situation, hey, Josh Allen's looking for Dawson. Big bikes.
Facts. He's good. He's involved in the offense. All they're going to do is pass. So all you want as a tight end, if you don't got one of the top 3 is somebody that always has potential to get a touchdown, and he has that potential every single week.
Every week. All right, man, let's get into the number 3 performance. Let's keep it home with our coach, Mr. Mo Alley Cox, big body down there against Miami. So he had 19 points. From a fantasy perspective, had 2 touchdowns, man. Just a big target. You can't do nothing with him.
Who touchdown looked more dominant, his or Cordell Patterson? They both had a alley-oop type touchdown, bro. Just pitch and catch.
I'm giving it to Cordero only because Mo is so big, and then Mo hit him with the.
He like 7'6", man. He looks so tall, bro.
Mo hit the DB with the.
Yeah,
come on, Mo. The DB is like 5'10".
Yeah, you're stunting on him, bro.
All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Number 4 performance. You guys might have saw this last night. Jared Cook, tight end for the Chargers, 19 points. He 19 points. My bad. He had a touchdown catch and 70 yards, man. So he's definitely working the seams for Justin Herbert and working the middle last night.
Yeah, told you they was doing their best to try to shut down the main receiving options. It turned into the tight end and Austin Eckler show. So shout out to Justin Herbert making them adjustments, bro.
All right, and then the last performance top 5 guy we talked about last week. He's made it again to the top 5. Dalton Schultz, tight end for the Cowboys.
Another one of the guys you've been preaching about.
Yeah, man, 17 points. So he had a touchdown again, 6 catches. So he's staying involved, man. So look, guys like Dalton Schultz and Dawson Knox, they're getting their 8 targets a game and they're getting their red zone looks. Definitely got to start them.
Another one of those situations where the defense tried to shut down the receiving options. CD didn't have one of the greatest games. Amari got a touchdown, but he didn't have one of the greatest games either. But both tight ends got touchdowns. Cedric Wilson ended up getting a touchdown. I understand, though. Defense, bro, you got to shut down CD and Amari, bro. They are studs. So shout out to the tight ends, bro. They're always going to be involved week by week.
All right, man. One last thing before we move on to the 4-minute offense and also peek ahead at the big games for next week. But let's talk about Brady, bro, going into New England. Barely edging it out, 19-17. But I kind of expected that, just given, look, Bill knows Tom Brady's player profile. He knows all his strengths. He knows all his weaknesses. But I did not expect the Patriots offense to keep it close, though. You know what I mean?
I didn't expect the offense to do good, but I always expect Belichick defense to scheme very well. So,
which they did.
Yeah. Before we get to 4-minute offense, too, let me just run by these quick injuries real quick.
Yep.
Teddy Bridgewater, concussion protocol. See if we can get out. Jimmy Garoppolo had a calf injury, so you know how that goes, man. Trey looked good. We'll see if he gets his spot back. They're trying to preach that he is. Andy Dalton, they're saying he's going to get his spot back. Whatever. Dave Montgomery, they said he escaped a MCL tear. He'll probably be out about 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully he bounced back. He was looking good. Will Fuller, he's always hurt. Suffered a hand injury. He'll probably be out some weeks. Amari Cooper, man, he left briefly but came back. You know how he's going to do it. Then stay on the lookout for the receivers in Tennessee. Hopefully they both be back with them hamstring injuries. And Logan Thomas hamstring injury. We'll see how long he's going to be out. Yeah.
All right, man. Thursday night game. So you guys know, Rams at Seattle. Also keep in mind we do have a game kicking off across the pond in London. So you got the Jets playing the Falcons. That's going to be a 9:30 a.m. Eastern game. So make sure you set your lineups early if you're running any Jets or Falcons players. And then Sunday night we got the Bills at the Chiefs. It might be an AFC Championship preview, maybe. So the Chiefs at home, and then Monday night we got my Colts at the Ravens.
Yo, Colts. All right, let's get into this 4-minute offense so we can get in and get out. I'm about to get it started. Avo, do you want to play a fast-paced track, or we keeping it right here? I'm with whatever, bro. All right. You going to start it off, all right?
That's cool. Y'all ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, man. Look, this guy, he's been involved all year. Hunter Renfro. Look, the name isn't sexy, but wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Look, he put up 15 points this past week. He's staying involved. He's getting at least 6 to 7 targets every week. One of Derek Carr's favorite targets. So, look, if you like Cole Beasley, no reason not to like Hunter Henry. So definitely get him. He's definitely involved. I think he's a flex play every week.
Facts. Let's talk about Kadarius Toney, man, the rookie they drafted this year early. It's so many receivers there, you never know who's going to really be able to get the option. But with Darius Slayton out and Sterling Shepard out, it just looked like Kadarius Toney was heavily involved, man. He's playing a lot of down under, getting those easy catches. So look out for him, especially if them receivers are going to be out again, bro.
I like that. All right, man, let's get a tight end who we just talked about. Tight end 6 on the season right now, Dawson Knox. So, look, again, like everybody wants a piece of the Buffalo Bills offense, but it's easy to overlook the tight end position only because Dawson Knox, he's been quiet over the past couple of years. He's been hit or miss, but now he's staying consistently involved every week. So, playing a streaming game, they'll get you a top 6 play for Dawson Knox.
All right, let's get into another guy that we like coming into the draft, but he fell a little bit. Mr. Kenneth Gainwell, running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. He is the backup to Miles Sanders, but for some reason, Miles just isn't doing it for me, man. He doesn't have that explosion, that burst that we were used to seeing coming out of college. And Kenneth does, bro. And you know he had that coming into the season. He's the best pass catcher coming out the backfield, too. So they can use him any kind of way they want to, man. So shout out to him. He got into the end zone on a run. He just looks like he plays the part a little bit better. So go get you some Kenneth Gainwell if he's out there. So, yeah.
All right, this one's a little bit up to Kenneth alley, except Kenneth's a little bit more involved than this guy. But Jeremy Mcnichols, running back for the Tennessee Titans. Look, he led the team in catches and targets. Granted, A.J. Brown and Julio was out, and they're expected to come back soon. But I still do believe Jeremy's going to have a role. Just given he's shown he can catch out the backfield,
Mhm.
and he has a little burst too, man. So I like what I see. It's a little bit of pop, different size compared to Derrick Henry, 5'9", 205, but take on that Deion Lewis type role.
Okay. And they gonna need it too, just in case they get down and running don't look that efficient. All right, I'm gonna get to one more running back that might be the major pickup for the week, Mr. Damian Williams. You've seen him deserving of Super Bowl MVP almost a couple years ago. Took a year off, playing back up to David Montgomery, who just hurt himself, probably going to be out good 4 to 6 weeks. That is going to be a good chunk of your fantasy season. And if you can get a starting running back on a team that can run the ball efficiently, you see he's out there doing it. He can catch the ball. You go get a guy like that, man. So Mr. Damian Williams, running back for the Chicago Bears. Go look him up.
All right, and I just want to add, look, it's early in the season. People get impatient. Check out the transaction logs. Like, you can just see who's been dropped, who's been added. Just let you know who you can put your claims in for. Like
Facts.
Last week, I picked up Nyheim Hines. Like, I'm just scanning through all my
Crazy.
leagues, seeing who's out there. So you just never know. You might come up on some gems like that. So guys are up and down, impatient. You just never know who you can come up on.
You got any guys that are droppable now? I got one that I want to
ahead.
name because I'm getting tired of being on this train. I think I'm going to jump off.
Go ahead.
Brian Edwards, bro. I know that's our guy in Dynasty. We like his upside, but I'm pretty much off of him this year, man. He doesn't look like they scheme him for anything, even though he's a big play guy, super athletic. It looks like they want to test the fast guy, the every reception guy, and then Waller is the main guy. And I don't know where the spot is for Brian Edwards. So I'm off Brian Edwards, bro.
That makes sense. Last week, I know I dropped the Texans backfield. I did have the Buccaneers backfield on watch, but now I'm really looking at Ronald Jones.
You got that touchdown. You back in?
Nah, I'm still watching Rojo in terms of like he might be on my drop list, but Fournette is the back to roster right now. But we'll see, man. So I know we run out.
Last minute, Brandon Bolden is the new James White, Alex Collins, because Chris Carson is always hurt. Jamison Crowder, I spoke him last week, PPR. Look out for him. There we go, bro.
Good shit,
4-minute offense, man. So anything else before we get out, man?
That's it, man. That was solid. You good, Avo?
Hey, tune in. We about to get into the Dynasty episode. This is the redraft episode. We are the Dynasty Bro, showing you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. I'm A. Dot. That's Chief Sosa. It's DJ Avo. Let's get the fuck up out of here.